choose. It's the response. And again, like the it's just let's choose defending their highway because if you look at numbers, is Israel held to a different standard in its own defense than the rest of the world?
I think that's very well put. And looking at it this way has persuaded me that people will just need to grow accustomed to Israel winning. It's an important point there hidden in the main focus of that clip that somehow the world is obsessed with Jews.
Crackers work out Israel.
Obsessed with Israel. But hidden in that clip is also the reality that people are just they will get used to it because the previous policy of Israel was like the policy of the United States regarding the Soviet Union, not direct confrontation, but containment. Well, containment didn't work. The contain streamed out of their land, Gaza, into our land, Israel, and proceeded to slaughter the equivalent of 35,000 Israelis. And our friends, because they also slaughtered African people, Asian people. They slaughtered Americans on that day, October 7th, 2023. And the world they believe all women enlisted. And will continue to win. The Hezbollah war with Lebanon's occupying military terrorist force there. Hezbollah is an Iranian military, funded and trained and armed military occupation of southern Lebanon with the express purpose of destroying the Jewish state. Israel has won that war handily and will continue to do so because apparently being nice didn't work. So direct military confrontation by Jews, whether it was Israel or the Jewish people in diaspora prior to that, in which when we were attacked, we absorbed the blow and moved on. This is a new tactic. The tactic is we will fight them where we live. We live in Israel, and they have come into our land and attempted to destroy us. Their words, not ours. They've tried to commit genocide, and we're not going to let them. We're going to break them. I just want to be very clear. If you come and bother Jews, we're coming for you. If you point a gun at us, we will come and take those guns out of your hand, and we're not going to do it gently. I'll end it there, Scott.
Norm, a very articulate and passionate defense of Israel there, and the Israeli people. And yeah, I mean, I do think this is a subtle form of anti-Semitism. Well, not a subtle form. I'm sorry, Norm, it's not subtle. Right, that this is not, there's a comfort with Israel, Jews, fighting asymmetrical wars, right? That it's okay when Gentiles do it, and people were not uncomfortable. No one calls us genocide, and when we have in asymmetrical warfare decimate our enemies, but when Israel does it, it somehow is genocidal, which I think you have to ask some serious questions about. Yeah. So, Daniel, welcome to the stage. How are you?
Hello. I don't have anything I disagree with yet. So.
Well, we like that. We like ringing endorsements here on this show. We love it.
So I don't want to repeat everything that was said. I just like maybe one thing that I think it's like different parties that are using it. Israel. They say that this is a topic that is dividing the Western society and actually tears them up. And I think they also push stories from both sides to kind of radicalize the topic. And politicians worldwide basically they can just say free Palestine and they get immediately the entire Muslim vote without actually needing to do anything apart from it. It's sad, and I hope that the world will wake up, because every society that has anti-Semitism, yes, it targets the Jews, but it corrupts the entire society. That's it.
Well, two of the most popular shows. Of course, Saturday we have Ask Uncle Steve, which runs from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard. – 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. if you're on the left coast. Good afternoon, Uncle Steve. What say you today?
Scott, I just wanted to point out, when he says ask the atheist, we know what he's really saying.
Okay, no. Huh?
All right, he's saying ask Uncle Steve.
Hello, everybody, and from the bottom of my heart, I hope all of you have an amazing, happy hump day.
Can I just say that, in my opinion, the liberal, progressive, free atheist terrorists on this app and across the world, one of their reasons why they're so politically polarized is because the truth of the matter is they are atheists. They don't see the beauty, the value of God and the wisdom and the knowledge in the books of God. And these people are low IQ, aggressives. They don't believe in intelligence and information, gathering knowledge, implementing peace, study philosophy. And Steve here is a Jew. He's a very successful man. But I would just say that with the terrorists and with the Democrat thieves and communists, atheism is at the root cause of their own personal problems and the root cause of their political strife. I am complete.
How dare you? Scott, I have to say, I just love that. Could we hear that like another couple of times?
Sure. I'll give you the 8-second version. Oh, that's too quiet. Let's do the regular one.
How dare you! How dare you! Doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, I was looking for Mario. And then of course we got
Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
Uncle Steve. How are you ready? Do you have any spontaneous pop-up rooms planned for Uncle Steve, or don't you know? Is that the beauty of the spontaneity?
Well, I'm currently working for the remainder of the week, but as we've been doing for the past 5 years, as you said, thank you. 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
And Uncle Steve has said repeatedly on today's topic that he is a staunch supporter of Israel, but that does not mean Israel gets a blank check, right, Uncle Steve? But you are a supporter of Israel, but no country gets a blank check, right?
That I'm a supporter of Israel. No country gets a blank check, and I do believe that they have the right to live in the geographical boundaries that have been established, just like the United States has the right to stay in their geographical boundaries. So yes, that's true. But I do not give them a blank check. No.
Agreed, Uncle Steve. We're thrilled. We're thrilled. I mean, Israel is fiercely critical of its own government, just like the United States. And this is part of a liberal democracy, right? In a liberal democracy like Israel, you are free to critique the government. You are free to protest the government's actions. You are free to not support the ongoing war efforts. And I wish that in a lot of illiberal states that exist
that they stand by. The Zionist voices can be heard without a problem. This is not happening in Gaza or the West Bank. The liberals should understand that the lack of criticism doesn't mean that there is no criticism. Same as if there are no reporting on rapes in one country, or as Minister Medinejad once said that there are no gays in Iran. You gotta ask yourself why there is nothing come out of Gaza that is critical of Hamas, or in the newspapers. Even when they shoot their own people, you will not find it on the liberal media. So is that I'm not happy on that.
regards to genocide from these anti-Zionists don't understand that in Judaism, the pairing of opposites lies. And when you see the insanity of these Islamic terrorists, Islamist pirates, butchering, slaughtering, raping, taking hundreds of hostages, we're talking about like an apocalyptic footage that cannot and never should happen again. Huge security failure. I mean, art of surprise, war, and all these decisive battles. I have a book on the 15 most decisive battles in human history. And thank God we have Trump, because Trump knows the art of surprise. And Pete Hegseth and our military leaders now aren't men dressed up as women. And we are prosecuting the and Israel has a serious
Thank you so much. I'm going to play here, El Normo, a little clip. By the way, hello to Faria. Nice to see you. I'm going to play a little clip, Norm, from Bill Maher debating Anna Kasparian. It's a very short clip. So I don't know what you do with that, but
Big fans.
Big fans. Here's a little Bill Maher and Anna Kasparian.
Israel has been being attacked by Hamas. First of all, the entire Arab world rejected them for 75 years. They kept trying to make a deal. They kept saying, no, we want it all. That's what from the river to the sea means. It means we want it all. We don't want to compromise. They've never wanted to compromise. Israel gave Gaza back.
But did they? But Bill,
In
let's say our country was occupied by Mexico, right? We have a bunch of people who are occupying our land, and then they
background.
Oh, I see. Well,
Did you have more for us, John?
yeah, war is a dirty business, and it's, kill or be killed, and it's a chess game or a checker game of life, and liberty. And the American,
Victory.
I would just, I don't know if you saw the videos of who's the Democrat speaker, Jeffries. Standpoint, his Democrat progressives, his socialist, communist, liberals, when they see him screaming "Israel today, Israel forever," and they label him an AIPAC, bought out candidate. See how can type of dynamic. And I saw a really interesting quote from Lindsey Graham today that I'd like to briefly read to you. You're going to get a kick out of it. When I was first elected to the House, he after that, he went to the Senate, still no they. And then I started to get invited to the White House into closed door briefings and the meetings with top officials. No they. When I finally realized, he concluded, is that there is no they. There is only we. And we usually don't know what the fuck we are doing.
Reverend Scott. Do you believe the rumors are?
I think the question really is Mitch McConnell alive? And we certainly know that. I have so many. All this information. And now when I listen to atheist rooms and I hear people debating with Christians or Muslims or Jews or any faith, what I have realized, what's happening in the communication dynamic is it's a put down game. A little bit like the Gong Show, because the atheists aren't actually saying anything intelligent. They are simply doing put down communication with the theist. Do you not see the stupidity of that game? Because the atheist is not sharing any information. The atheist, there's no intelligence, no communication. And I just wonder, do you not see the stupidity of atheist communication? Oh, I see. Steve is busy filing Social Security disability income claims for thousands of illegals in California. Got to pay the kids' college bills. Welcome to Casa de Appel with my mod squad. Hold on! If a mod is speaking, go on mute. Go on mute. Go on mute. Okay, you're kicked to the goo. Welcome to the Steve Apple experience. I am a Fagala, and I am out of the closet. I was part of the Appel. You can hear me scream at people and say, hold on a minute. Go on mute. A gazillion times as I sip my Bacardi and have a cigarette in the Casa de Appel. Hold on, the gardener and the pool boy is here. Atheist show. Go. Like what this theist is saying is just as ridiculous as saying there's a God that lives on the sun. So, ladies and gentlemen, this app is a put-down app. It's not an audio book. It's not a 2 terabyte data transfer of a 600-page book full of complex ideas. No, it's a short-term little put-down dopamine game with your Uncle Steve and his mod squad as they groom young Christian atheists. So, what we're talking about is lonely and a Social Security employment lawyer expert. He's a super Jake is a campaign contributor. Go to ChicagoMayorVote.com. Listen, Jane, I know you suffer from toxoplasmosis from all your cat poop exposure over the years, but what we're trying to do here is hello? What we're trying to do here is help Scott and Steve polish the mirror a little bit. Look in that mirror and say, you know what? John Kitover is a communication consultant, and he's giving us his free time to consult with the way that we now. Projection mirror says, what? Is this the Ashkenazi insane asylum? Hello?
Oh,
Dr. Yakov.
where's Scott? Where's Scott?
Dr. Yakov, I'm wondering.
Psychologically tested as we speak. Hi, Yakov. Hi, how are you? Jane, did you pass? Oh, did you just leave?
She just said hello and had to pop out quickly. Yakov, I'm wondering, do you think that at the root cause of a lot of this anti-Zionism is atheism?
No.
Scott, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to your show, Scott.
Like, per event? Like, how does it, what's the... Can you, what, like, only certain religions, or or civil? Like, what are they looking for? Yeah, I told them I'll do whatever. By the way, if you want to see the boss...
The first part of communicating successfully is knowing if your audience can hear you. And as you're witnessing, Scott has no self-awareness because no one can hear him as he speaks.
Scott, you're a little low.
Sorry. On the video, you can watch my way.
This is in response
And
to
polarization.
into during the day. God damn, there's a lot of stupid bastards walking around. Carry a little pad and pencil with you. You wind up with 30 or 40 names by the end of the day. Look at it this way. Think how stupid the average person is, and then realize half of them are stupider than that. And it doesn't take you very long to spot one of them, does it?
Peace needs an equilibrium, and the security situation with terrorism and the polarization and ideology. I was in Israel in 2002, and I met with Palestinians that crossed over from the West Bank. Is the great joy of the world, and the individuals who don't want peace, that won't give up their weapons. The gun is a political tool of survival, and I just hope that we can get a lot of these insane terrorists kicked off of this app, like Amir. Go to Amir's room and listen to how he promotes terrorism, murder of innocent people for the sake of political gain. That's what Amir's virus, brain rot, hate. They don't read books. They don't do peaceful meditation songs, praying for internal peace. How do we let platforms like this get away with it? Why doesn't Clubhouse security censor these terrorists?
Where do you go? That's strange.
I'm just saying there's a double standard when it comes to Israel hate, to Jew terrorism, murder, communication. The double standard is not just on this app, it's on YouTube, it's on all platforms. TikTok has recently only just begun censoring. Meeting or event. There are women and men that I was in Israel in war for security. Israel doesn't want that type of aggression. If we could somehow create an equilibrium and a peace, but it's the conflict between Islam, the ideology of it, versus the Jews, which, if you look at the Charter of Medina, the history is there for the politicization and the ideology and the conflict and the friction. It's a very unfortunate reality. But the truth is that strength is the great joy of the world. And the individuals who don't tool of survival. And I just hope that we can get a lot of these insane terrorists kicked off of this app, like Amir. And we can contact Clubhouse security and say, just go to Amir's room and listen to how he promotes terrorism. peaceful meditation songs, praying for internal peace, for world peace. With it. Why doesn't Clubhouse security censor these terrorists? Hello?
Nobody puts baby in the corner. Nobody puts my candidate in the corner. Where do you go? That's strange.
I'm just saying there's a double standard when it comes to Israel. Insane Jewish libel, slander, hate, defamation, murder, death threats that these platforms distribute. It's very dangerous to be, in my
Our critical thinker. It appears we're lacking that.
debate room, bro rooms, all they do is circle jerk each other infinitely all day long. It's a waste of time. It's like people never went to college, never read a book. Social audio won't fix shit for you or the world. This is a circle jerk game of dinner for schmucks. Go read a book. Go to the gym, fatty.
Scott? John Kitover. He's
Scott, I've got a question for you. That debate of Kasparian and Marr was tell us the number.
The gadfly. It's not when you invite him conversationally. It's a turnoff.
You just have to tell them. You have to say, John, stop the fuckery. Be serious. You have to give your actual opinion.
I always do give my actual opinion.
He goes out of his schizophrenic thing and he comes back to the actual.
Oh, really? You're the one who gets my YouTube bounce clip because you make death threats against the M words. You got the most foul mouth. I miss
What's the condiments in it?
Yeah, mayonnaise, lettuce, tomato, white bread.
That sounds delicious.
It's a real goyish sandwich, really. I figured that.
We're talking about the Democratic Party and it challenged Israel. There's a great Forward article, my buddy Binyamin. We're talking about, Caleb, there's no Jews.
Peace needs an equilibrium, and the security situation with terrorism and the polarization and ideology.
Hey Scott, speaking of clips, can I clarify something in one of your clips you played about a while ago? There being no protests for
It's like people never went to college, never read a book. Social audio won't fix shit for you or the world. This is a soldier game of dinner for schmucks. Go read a book, go to the gym, fatty.
Hey, Scott. Hey, Scott, got a question for you. That debate of the Kasparian and Moore, was that 2025?
It's like people never went to college, never read a book. Social audio won't fix shit for you or the world. This is a circle jerk game of dinner for schmucks. Go read a book, go to the gym, fatty.
Hey, Scott.
Clip it!
Debate of Kasparian.
It's a public. You want to contribute?
It's a public.
NYU is very actively pro-Gaza. Hamas.
Maxie, can you, moderators, can I point us back to the title of the room? Maxie, can you answer the, moderators, can we get back to the title of the room? Are Democrats obsessed with Israel? And am I saying the word Israel correct? Because Israel, L is basically the secret name for God. Like, look at El Normo. Why does he put L in front of a normal? Guardian angel, the sweet spot. And so to me, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus here because I feel like, the fact that I'm still even on this stage with Steve Apple. Steve, I started a new show. It's called the Steve Apple. Because in my opinion, Steve, if Judaism means anything, it really means the art of communication. And I think you're a master communicator. I think Scott is a master communicator. I think El Normo is a master of communication. And I think Caleb.
I'm a master of debate.
I agree.
I'm a master at baiting people, Norm, which I guess would make me okay. A master baiter.
See, the fact that green beans can toss people to the goo and you can't do like a timed rotator panel, like that would be a real, high school, college debate club type of debate where you get to speak uninterrupted. And if our freedom of speech in our Constitution and say controversial things and upsetting things, but death threats, you can't do that. That's against the law. And I agree with that law. But I will just say, if a mob of Democrats, socialists, liberal, progressives are on my street corner trying to burn my house down, well, I could understand. And because the mob is not a political movement, the mob is a group of thieves and criminals looking to steal, rob, rip, and tear your property away from transparency. And these propaganda and ideologically polarized terrorist support, terrorist promotion rooms have to end. We have to get Amir's room shut down on this app. The fact that the moderators, the security
was kind of. I apologize for interrupting.
We will go,
So
Caleb.
substantively, so as not to be bullshitty, which part do you disagree with?
Which part did I not agree with would be the better question. Yes, but
Which part do you disagree with?
what he was indicating was quite. I think that
Curse words like
I understand what's going on. Synchronous thinks that Clubhouse is the Situation Room in White. That's why you think you were called for briefings at the White House. Got it. Clubhouse is a social audio conference call app for circle jerk participants to do dinner for schmuck put down games and sit here and talk endlessly but never read books and gain any new knowledge whatsoever.
you don't read books. That's what I took from your speech.
Projection alert system has recorded another projection.
Fushta.
Exactly. Fushta is what is from but that and the Mashiach not kind of guy. He was hiding in the cornfield and he heard these witches, these social liberal progressive World War III vaccine type ladies. They were saying, he doesn't know the secret word. And then guess what? The witch says, what's the secret word? And the witch said, Fusta!
Anyone hear this person?
Fusta!
Single word I just wanted to point out that fact. That's all.
I just want to point out the fact that if you're an atheist and if you're a theist, and if you really believe in the existence and the power of the Supreme Lord, when you're speaking out loud and praise
really like clusterfucking the world, gas up. That is a thing. Like, people want to believe that, oh, there was a negotiation, there was something that was that. Why not somebody that can actually get shit done, do a better job?
wisdom on the topic at hand?
I don't know if I have any rabbinic wisdom. I think it's kind of true. It's kind of about it is the unique attention that Democrats have to Israel and the unique way that they say Israel is the singular evil of the world. And just if Israel would stop doing what Israel does, then the world would be better. I don't think that's exclusive to the Democrats or the far Democrats or whatever. I think some on the right are saying similar kinds of things. It's pretty bothersome. I don't know what I will